Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. Today's video is going to be a budget plan with me video for the month of June 2020. But first things first, if you're new to my channel, hey, welcome. My name is Coach D and I love navigating life strategically. A part of that does include planning, and budget planning is something I picked up maybe about October of 2019. And my goal is to have us completely debt-free in terms of consumer debt. I want to be specific, completely consumer debt-free by October 2020. So yes, actually we're on target to have that goal complete before then. And I'm super excited to give you guys kind of a preview again as to how I'm going to set up my budget planner. And then just an update on where we stand with the debt that we have to pay off, as well as a few strategies and tips for you along your debt-free journey. All right, so I purchased some new stickers from Planner Chick Designs. This is my favorite sticker shop, and I linked them down in the comment section or the description section of all of my videos. So I put this down, and this will be my bill tracker. If you watch my previous videos, then typically I do this by hand, but today I do have a sticker that I'm going to start using just to keep things a little bit neater. When I write my bills, I typically go in order of like largest to smallest, as opposed to like the due date. If that makes sense. It just kind of gives me a good framework of what we're working with each month. And because I definitely don't have anything memorized, I always reference prior months, I always reference prior months to get a pulse of what's due. I'm also looking because I may group my subscription services as one line as opposed to breaking them out, because we have a few subscription services. Like now I think we're up to, we have Hulu, we have Disney Plus, we have Sirius XM, we have Microsoft, and I want to say there's probably one more, Audible or something like that. So our subscription services are probably due for a quick analysis just to see how much they are. I know when we got rid of cable, we went with subscription services. We also have Amazon Prime that we use. We have Netflix also. So it's probably a high time for us to take a look at the things that we have subscribed to see if we actually use them, so that we can start to keep our debt cleaned up and as minimal as possible. So if you follow me in these budget planning series or videos, you'll know that each month this spread does look a little bit different, just depending on what I want to focus on for the month. And this month, the focus is on debt, and then of course just analyzing what we have for our subscriptions and things like that. Okay, so I have this updated with the dates, and then I made a few notes down here. A stretch goal is to have cleaning done either this month or next month. So I want to be positioned to be able to do that. Lawn care and pest control. We do need the outside spray for spiders and all those other things. And then potentially onboarding a lawn care service. So I do want to cover this up because I don't use this planner for anything personal. It's strictly my budget planner. So the extra areas that I don't need, I typically cover them up with a sticker, and I've gone through pretty much all of my other bill pay stickers. Let's see if this will cover it up. And we'll make it work. Okay, so for this section, I'm going to put my debt check in. So this is it. This is our real number for what's remaining, and it's still a lot. But considering where we came from when we started this debt-free journey, I am so excited that this is all that's left. Along the journey, we've hit a few bumps in the road, but we have been just diligently paying things off, and we're starting to see the fruit of our labor. And for us, if you watch my previous video, I shared just kind of a living paycheck to paycheck consideration when you're doing your budget planning. I'll leave that link below. And even though it was difficult to for me to test out that type of money management, like just going week to week, it didn't work for me. I do like the monthly approach. But anyway, I shared that my husband's income is a little bit more variable. He works in healthcare. So for individuals who maybe have commissions-based income or as-needed income, or maybe an entrepreneur and your money fluctuates, trust me, I feel you. Because if you don't have a salary that's consistent every month, it makes it a little bit harder managing the paying the bills plus using the extra to pay down debt. So I say all that to say, keep moving forward on your journey if you're looking to pay down debt. Because even with the bumps in the road, I know a couple months back we had an AC breakdown. Then we needed new tires for vehicles. We needed something fixed. I don't even know what it is. So you'll hit bumps in the road as you're going along your debt pay down journey. The goal is not to take on anything that's net new. So none of this is net new per se. This is all debt that we have remaining to pay down. We haven't accumulated any new debt over the course of the last couple months. When emergencies come up, we reduce our spend. We reduce our spend, and then we just make sure that we can come down on maybe the groceries, or we won't go extra places with the kids. We won't buy any new clothes, whatever. We won't have the allowance that we usually have, so that we can absorb any emergencies. So this is what's remaining in the debt. And we are on target to go ahead and prayerfully pay this off over the next couple of months, like completely short term. So the goal is October. We're definitely going to have this paid off before October. So be encouraged. This is how I set up this part. I will drop down some monthly goals. So just high level, want to pay off disco, contribute to my sinking funds. I have a separate video about that. I think I posted that video. I'm not 100% sure. But I want to contribute to the sinking fund, and that is $600 per month. Oops. So the sinking fund is a new project that I took on. And granted, this is $600 that could go towards the debt payoff. And I definitely agree with that. For some, I would suggest don't start a sinking fund until you can get your debt more under control than where we are. But these items, these cards, these accounts, whatever we want to call them, they are not accruing interest. This one is. It was 0% until April, and it's obviously June. So this has to get paid off, so it's not accruing the interest. These two are at 0% interest. They were some promotional balance transfers or whatever, and I can go into that a later video. So they're at 0% interest. So I'm trying to find a happy medium between getting this knocked out and then contributing to our sinking fund, because I do know there are some projects that are quickly approaching that we need to tackle for the home and things like that. So it's a fine line between getting this paid off and contributing to sinking fund. The other thing that I want to say about this, the goal is to pay off the Discover card, but on average per month, there was one month we paid down, I want to say $3,500 towards our debt. So you can clearly see where we're coming from with this. And last month, I believe we paid down maybe about $1,200. So we are hacking away at this, and we've become more aggressive over the couple of months paying down our debt. One of our reliefs has been not having to pay daycare. So we have 3 smaller children, and then our oldest is 18. So he doesn't have childcare expenses. But for the 3 that are in daycare, with the pandemic, they're now home and they're not in aftercare and in daycare. So that has been helpful in terms of us having extra to pay down on the debt, on top of just kind of really crunching, constraining, and getting this stuff paid off. So yeah, it'll probably be way more than just the disco getting paid off this month, but for commitment purposes, I do want to factor in disco and then also any fluctuations in the income. So yeah, this is how I set up this section. This part is super easy, super simple. The only thing I track in here are paychecks, and I have these stickers, from Planner Chick Designs, and this is just the, these are just some stickers. They have like a little, the bills on it. So I'll use this to track paychecks, and then I'll use this to track gas. So this is, I got these generic because they're going to be my everything stickers. So gas will get, I lost my lighting. So gas will get tracked here, groceries will get tracked here, and then our paychecks will get tracked as well. So this is pretty simple. I do have other videos where I talk about this spread. Then for the note section, historically I've been tracking our expenses, so how much we're paying for things, so that I can look at a month-over-month analysis. I fell off a little bit in May, tracking line by line, but I do have a high-level idea of what we've spent on groceries and gas, but I didn't go down to the detail, into the weeds. But for June, I think the approach will be kind of doing a mid-year assessment, and I'll probably come back and do another video about that. So that's what these pages get used for, and then we're done and on to another month. So this is how I set up my planner, and this is how I use it on a monthly basis. My income is pretty stable, so I'll just drop my paydays out here, and then my husband's income gets tracked weekly so we can see how that shakes up each month. So yeah, this is my setup for the month of June. Make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. Also, hit subscribe. I would love to welcome you to my YouTube family, where I share just a little bit of my life as a busy mom with a fast-paced career in corporate. And I'm also a business owner. I'm the proud founder of Career Mom Community. So I love sharing tips, mommy hacks, budget planning, and planner life with you guys. So I would love to welcome you to the family. Make sure that you hit subscribe, as well as turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss a video from me. I'll speak to you in the next one. Bye for now.